Yo, what is up, everybody? How are we doing? How are we feeling? How has y'all's week been so far? All right, 1 second here. We're live on these platforms, which we are. All right, so I think we're good there. Good there. We'll pull up the chat. All right. Perfect. Chat is up. Live on Pump. Yeah, live on Pump. Live on YouTube. Just double checking again real quick. Getting everything dialed in. All right. I hate that shows up. All right. Okay. Perfect. Okay, got all the chats up now. Should be good to go. Let's get this party started, y'all. All right, let me get all these tabs out of the way. All right. I kind of hate how Pump moved their chat there. Doesn't matter. Either way, we're live. We're cooking. We're about to get this started. All right, let me pull up Clippy. All right, let's go. So it's another day, y'all. You know the deal. If you're new, welcome. We are Clipit, your AI-powered content engine, which allows you to take long-form content and cut it up into short-form clips that allows you to create high-quality, high-performing captioned reels or shorts or whatever platform you're posting on. And our platform allows you to do that. And we have an AI agent that has over 20 different tool calls that will help you maximize your clipping ability. We're building this out in the Pump.fun Hackathon. And we are actively shipping, and we're actually in a free beta where we're credit usage. So if you need to do anything on the platform, it's based around credits. And if you need access to that or you need credits, reach out to us. There's a way for you guys to get credits that can help onboard you guys that will allow you guys to use our platform. So that's kind of what we are, what we're doing. Excuse me. And how you can ultimately get started on our platform. So, these live streams are a collaborative space where people can, ask questions. If they have any problems with the platform, they can tell us what they need help with. I also just use this as kind of a demo for you guys, so you guys can kind of see the new features, how to use the platform, right? How I use the platform, and I go in depth from upload to export, and I'll show you guys all of the features and everything we have, as well as answer any questions and make some great clips along the way. So that's kind of what we do in this live stream. And one thing I'm going to pull up. All right. So this is something, this was posted a little bit ago, but it's definitely something I want to double click on because I made a video about it as well. This is from Andreessen Horowitz. This is talking about, this was in January. So we already were building this before this article even came out, but essentially it is talking about, and I hope you guys can move myself so you guys can see better. So essentially it's talking about, it's time for agentic video editing. And this article simply talks about how 2025 was the year of video. AI-generated ads went mainstream, launched videos from seed stage startups, got millions of views, video podcasts and interviews exploded. So this kind of why we've built Clipit, right, to solve some of this barriers that are here. And A16Z talks about it. Look at this. A common rule of thumb in video production is that you'll spend 80% of your time and energy on editing and the 20% on filming, right? So that goes back to our hypothesis that creators, they don't have a content problem, there's a time problem. So a creator will, you can see here, spend 20% of their time filming and the 80% of that is made into editing. Now, 80% of that could be long form editing, right? We're getting the long form video edited how they want, but then you're going to spend another 80% of your time doing the short form content. So there's a significant barrier there. And right here, right, few people have the taste to do it right. So that's another thing with AI that's really big is there's an infinite amount of possibilities, infinite amount of things you can build. And now the barrier isn't building something like it used to be, it's the taste, right? So you're seeing these creators that have great taste, brands that have great taste, video editors, clippers that have great taste that are starting to blow up, because that's the only barrier now is like, do you have the taste? Can you provide something that people find interesting? Can you add your own flair into it to make it good? So this is A16Z talking about that. If you don't know what A16Z is, look into it. It's one of the most famous VC companies. Mark Andreessen, Ben Horowitz, right? They've had some crazy venture. It's a venture capital firm, essentially. They've invested things like Lyft, Pinterest, Coinbase, right? So they're very ahead of the curve, and they invest in a lot of this stuff. So you can see here, it goes on to talk about, we now have technology to hand over some of this work to AI agents, which is exactly what Clipit is, which can help produce both filmed and generate content, which Clipit will do. It can help you it can help you generate content, and it can also help you film, right? It can give you scripts, it can give you content plans, it can give you ideas, right? And then the vision models can now watch and comprehend massive amounts of video footage, which Clippy does. The agents can analyze, plan, and use editing tools on your behalf. Like I said, Clipit has over 20 different tools that you can use to help your clips or your video editing on your behalf. You can even have it just do it for you, right? It could be the full agentic experience, or you can have it simply just do it, or you can add your own tweaks into it. And now, right, enough training data to teach models what makes a video great. And that's one thing that we're really pressing into our model is training data, right? It's going to be able to train on how you like the clip, how your audience likes the clip, on how the creators, everybody using the platform likes the clip, so you get better outputs. So you can see that here. That's another thing that they click on. You can see it goes into more of the skills. Vision models can now produce large amounts of videos. Models can now use tools, which is a big thing, right? We have a whole bunch of tools. We can use Seed Dream for B-roll and thumbnails, and stuff like Remotion, where for captions. And the image and video models have gotten insane, right? That we've been able to see, like, you're getting almost Hollywood level production out of these tools. So here's it gives you some examples here that goes into orchestrate, polish, right? Adapt, optimize. You can build all of this out. So like video has one, it's how we learn, market, and connect, but editing bottleneck keeps growing, more footage capture, more platforms to publish on, more formats required, right? Every platform has a different, and same with the algorithm. YouTube's going to perform differently than Instagram. Instagram's going to perform differently than TikTok. TikTok's going to perform differently than Facebook, right? They're all different. They all have different thresholds, different algorithms that curate the needs and the content accordingly. So you can see here, the good news is that technology to solve this exists, right? So we have all this technology, and this means that AI editing agents will dramatically increase the quality of all video we see in the coming months and years, along with the rate at which it's created. And this is what we're going back to. If I posted this as well, if you go to, let's go to my, if you go here, I put this tweet up right here. Clippers pay around $20 a month, $29 a month for Opus Clip. Content Rewards, which is a big platform on WAP that does these kind of bounties and clipping campaigns, pays around $1 per 1,000 views. So you need 30,000 views on 30,000 views just to break even for if you're using Opus. Now, our platform, we're looking at around $20 a month, all features, and you guys will see today. This is when I posted this. I put in 2 videos and I got 30 clips, and I barely touched my credit usage. So we're also maximizing the Clippers' ability to earn money because we're on the cheaper side. We're cheaper. Our usage is cheaper than these big tools, and they do the same things. So we're not only giving you an AI tool, an AI agent that can help 5x your content, 10x your content. It's also cheaper, so you can earn more money if you're on things like WAP and content rewards, right? So that's a big part of what we're doing. And I just wanted to kind of show this article about A16Z and kind of, these guys are brilliant. These Mark Andreessen and Ben Horowitz, they are ahead of the curve on a lot of this stuff. And these bigger VC firms are looking into editing and clipping now, which is kind of crazy to think about. And it's becoming a huge market. And that's what we're building out here, and what we're actively doing with Clipit is trying to empower the user to get the most out of their content, get the most out of their clips, get the most out of their money. So that's kind of what we're doing and what we're building here. So that being said, I think I should show you guys a little bit of the platform and play around with it, and let's start getting some clips going. I have some in here. We had some, if you guys don't know, we're working on remotion. There were some issues with the site because we were playing around and building out some of the remotion aspects around the site. So there were some issues there. They've been fixed, and we are now, so now I can show you guys a lot of the cool tools. So if I go to my library here, I'm going to go here. This is a video I have. I just got to refresh this and it'll pop up. All right, so this is a video we have in here. One thing I want to mess around with is B-roll. So let's see here.
All right, from your lips to God's ears. Let's get into it.
Okay, so first.
Okay, that one is a little funky. Let's check out some of these clips. All right. So it looks like the video player is still having some issues here around. So we're going to do this. We're going to see if this works better. We'll go to my clips. We'll watch some of these here. Perfect memory. What is this one? Preview this.
I've downloaded Obsidian. I think it's a free tool, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's open sourced. I've downloaded it, but I have not created my vault because I wanted Yuvin to take me through.
Let's look at this one. I think this one might be better.
The goal, right?
So if you guys don't know, this is a Greg. I think it's Eisenberg. Yeah. So this is a video I pulled in from X that I use with just a link. That's the wrong one. Let's see. Nope, not that one. I think it's a little farther down right here. So I pulled this in by just copying the link. I hit share, copy, and it pasted directly in the platform. And that's how we got this video in here. You can also upload your own videos as well.
That's the question that we all should be asking of ourselves, which is,
yes,
does the agent have the most up-to-date information on the projects, on my preferences, and my dreams and my hopes and my goals? Because it's only as good as the up-to-date version of that, correct?
Yes, 100%. The quality of information that the agent has entirely determines what it can do for you, right? If it doesn't know a lot about you, it's not going to be able to do a lot for you. But if it knows a lot, then it can.
Let's actually start from the jump. What I'll do here is we'll grab this video again. I will delete this so I can show you guys from the jump. Okay, so we're going to delete that, and then I'll show you guys exactly kind of how I will restart it. Copy link. And we'll go to the platform and we'll paste that. Whoops, paste that. I guess that works. We'll paste directly in. We'll get it extracted and get it going. All right. So we've also upgraded to like a cloud storage, I guess you can call it. So a lot of our processing times are a lot faster, which is great. If you guys are extracting from YouTube, it takes a little bit longer just because of YouTube and how that is formatted. So YouTube will take a little bit longer than X or Twitch or Pump.fun or Google Drive links. But that's just because of how we had to build that out, essentially. So from here, you guys can see I've gotten the video from X, I've pasted directly in the platform, and now I am prompting the AI Clippy on how I want my video cut and how I want it, essentially how I want my short form clips. So you can see we have duration here, we have aspect ratios and caption styles. These right here, we're still adding in the remotion templates. So these will kind of change and they'll be better and more high quality because we're going to use the remotion templates that we're actively building out. So from here, you can see Clippy is working. It's extracting our video, looking at the transcript, and scoring all the clips. But like I said, this is if you haven't read this article, highly recommend you read it. Because like I said, taste is the new barrier, right? having the taste, having the ability to create high retention clips. But now with AI, it's a lot easier, so anyone can really do it and be successful at it. So the great thing here is, you know, going back to the tweet here, being able to get the most out of your tools, right, is going to be a huge, huge, huge deal, because if you're using Opus and you need 30,000 views just to break even and not make a profit, that's a big issue. So these tools, especially now, we're making tools that are cheaper. We're making tools that are better. Nobody's really safe in this market anymore. It's all about distribution and marketing and your platform and the, you know, the user experience, right? So Steve Jobs said, you know, simpler is better. It's hard to get something simple. And that's kind of what we're working on here. And that's some of the stuff that I'm building out here. As I'll kind of run you guys through this too. I'm using Figma, and I'm also using Google Stitch to kind of get this going. So you can see here, this is essentially screenshots directly from our platform. And this is kind of how we're heading into user experience. And this is a big, big, big update we'll do, which will drastically improve the quality of our platform. You guys can see here, like I'll even just like, this is all just non-functioning. This is all just front end. But you can kind of see the workflow here and what we're kind of working towards, right? Being able to just kind of have everything super easy here and be right on one page. You guys don't have to get lost anywhere, right? Because a lot of feedback I'm getting. And then you'll see here, it's going to have the parent video, the clips, right? You'll have Clippy on the side with you guys still, and be able to edit from here as well. So this is kind of what we're moving towards and adjusting to. And that stuff is all going to be coming down the line, and stuff that's going to be drastically improved on the platform. Right now, we're just, you know, like I said, putting in the core foundation, the fundamental layers that we need in order to improve our platform and get it up to the standards of you guys. But we want to have you guys use this while we're doing this. So we want feedback from you guys. We want to know what features you guys need. We want to know what needs to be approved upon. And we're doing that by giving you guys free credits to just use our platform. So it's a pretty big thing here of what we're doing and how we're handling it, right? So you guys can essentially make clips for free. And if you're on content rewards, making clips, right? It's kind of try it out. Let us know how the clips go there, and because you'll only maximize your profit by using our free site. So we'll just wait for Clippy here to finish everything and transcribe it all. But yeah, if you guys haven't seen, I posted, here's another video of me breaking down that article. I posted that right here. Together, they have a VC firm called A16Z. I mean, look at some of these investments: Coinbase, Lyft, I want to make sure you guys can hear this. I don't know if you guys can. Make sure you guys can hear that. Yeah, you can. Okay, sweet. The money. And here's the article from their VC firm. It's time for agentic video. Here's the article. Yeah, you guys can. And then they go into some of the pain points. You'll spend 80% of your time and energy on editing and 20% on filming. Right. Okay, now look at this. Now we have the technology to hand over some of this work to AI agents, which can help us produce both filmed and generated content. Vision models. So with these tools only getting better, right? It's only a matter of time before all that's left is taste. That's a big thing that we're capitalizing on and putting a big emphasis on. Is like Clipper's taste, right? So your ability to get views and make content that's engaging with people is a big part of clipping. And this platform will also help you guys do that and help you guys, teach you guys, or kind of hold your guys' hand along the way. If you're brand new, if you're more experienced, you can push it to the lengths that you need it to. And it's going to be able to do a lot of it for you, right? So you don't have to go to separate models or generate your own B-roll or plan your own B-roll. I can do that all here based upon usage. Of course, if you want to use the heavier tools, it's going to cost a little more of the usage. But you can see here, a clip generation is around 50 credits to 200. 200 is on like the top end. That's more like B-roll and advanced features, but just basic clips, like the basic clips, you're really not using that much usage. You can get a lot out of this platform, which is a great thing for clippers and brands and creators. Another thing we're doing too, that I really want to kind of hammer in for you guys, is we have a kind of cool little project coming out that we're going to kind of pair with this. I'm not going to say too much about it yet, but if you're a brand or a big content creator and you push content on a daily basis, we're going to have another tool that's going to also support this. And if you're a brand, it's also going to help you produce the most on your content. And we have different, okay, so let's go viral hooks now. So we have kind of essentially a enterprise type of pricing model as well that will help you bigger brands and bigger creators around that as well. So just some stuff to kind of throw at you guys and keep on your radar as we continue to build out this site. But yeah, I'm really excited for all this stuff. I think it's going to be a great update and a great push back to kind of what we just need to make it simpler. So I think this is kind of a great way to make this simpler and improve what we already have. Because I've been getting a lot of great feedback from the community and different members around the platform and stuff that they need adjusted. And we're listening to that, and you guys can reach out to us in DMs, right? So you have 15 clips there now. So you can reach out to us and let us know how we can improve our platform and where we're lacking and what we need and what we're doing good. It's all very, very, very useful information for us. All right. So now we'll just kind of wait for these to generate. We have 15, and you guys can see here, barely cost me anything to make these. So already, if you are a creator trying to use content rewards or trying to, go into these clipping bounties, you already have 15 clips generated for you, and it's cost you barely any usage, which is huge, right? Your profit margin is a lot greater now. So those just went backwards a little bit. Interesting. Like I said, we've also migrated to like a cloud service as well. So since these are ready, there they are. Oh, did I choose the wrong one? I did. Okay, well, so that sucks. That's another bug that we have to adjust because right now there's no way for me to go back to 16:9. Even if I wanted to manually crop it, like there's no way for me to go back. So that's something we're working on too. So unfortunately, I'm going to restart this just because of my little user error I did there. So bear with me, guys. I should have double checked and looked at what I was doing. So we'll try that again. Extract. I should have waited. All right, well, here we go. This should pop up with, yeah, I deleted that video mid clip generation, so that's why that's happening. There should be a pop-up here. If not, we'll do it all from the editor. But I think the editor is broken right now. So this should be very, very, very interesting. All right. I get it. I broke it. All right. So let's see here. It's probably my library now. It is. I'm going to delete it again. Sorry, guys. I should have waited a little bit longer. Round 3. Just stuff like this is what we want to improve, right? Being able to make sure if you do get step off a page, you're not get lost like that and not know how to get your video back. Right now, the only way to do it is kind of essentially re-upload it, which of course is not ideal. This little stuff we're noted and know about, but we just have to wait until we can get the remotion done, and then from there we can start fixing those bugs as we go, which has all been audited and noted and brought to us through you guys' feedback. It's just waiting on some of the bigger stuff that we can free up, so we can adjust all of those bugs for you guys. All right, so now we can get this started. From the top, and I know I selected the right one again, so we'll be good. All right, here we go. So even there with doing 3 uploads and around 15, 20 different clips, right? Only about 100 credits in usage. So just to be aware of credits and how we're burning. Just so you guys can see, we're actually way lower than everyone else in terms of how much you can get out of our platform, which is very important to me. I don't want extractive model where you guys are not able to use the platform because you're being hit with different pricing tiers that essentially break your wallet. Doesn't make sense when the usage and the cost of these tools is going down. All right. Let's see. So we have 13 this time. We'll check these out. All right, flip ready. So we got one there. Oops. I'm going to go back here.
Whenever I want.
And why that's important is...
So this is the new Remotion captions you guys can see here. You can kind of tell, hang on, the playheads are kind of fighting each other right now.
Whenever I want.
You see that little pop animation?
And why that's important is...
We just have to make sure that they kind of stay in the middle of the video and we can add those settings. So a lot of these settings right here are still from the FM peg that we were using, which we had to rip out. So a lot of this doesn't correlate right now. And I believe I'm still in the Remotion pipeline and you guys aren't. So I think these should be different for you guys. You guys should still have the FM peg, I believe. I'll have to double check that. But for me, this is kind of, you can kind of see the Remotion stuff happening right now.
Is because it's the context, right?
Yes.
The whole game is feeding the beast good context.
Yes, exactly. And I don't want to have to do this over and over again. And when I work on this over days, I'm not going to remember like what we talked about, right? So I want some kind of file that I can like pass in. Oh, sorry, whenever I want. And why that's important?
Looks like it's skipping a little bit. So good to know. Why OpenAI should buy Obsidian? The missing link. Let's look at this.
That's crazy.
If I'm OpenAI or Anthropic, I'm buying Obsidian. Right? Because it's the missing link.
Yeah, it's nuts.
It's the missing link. Why? The fact that there are people like you've sold me. Sold me on this, by the way. Yeah. I've downloaded Obsidian. I think it's a free tool, right?
Yeah, it is.
It's open sourced. I've downloaded it, but I have not.
That's crazy.
Okay, so I'm going to go to the advanced editor here. I'm going to refresh this. What is this? I think this one was called OpenAI something. So I'm going to look for that clip. If I'm OpenAI, there it is. So a couple of questions. If you guys want to, I want to trim it here. I think I should be able to trim it here, I believe. I thought I could trim it. Okay, well, let's see. Like this makes fact that makes sense to you. The fact that you're serious about using this. Okay, so maybe it's not the best one that I thought. What is this one? Okay, so that's not playing right now. Good to know. So a little broken, but watching final show to you. Okay, so I'm gonna extend it there. All right, so I'm going to extend it there as well. So we've both extended the clip quite a bit. You can see there's new clip boundaries are being processed, and then this will process, and we can check out our new clip. All right. So that's going. Let's see what's popping on the timelines. Why not? Cloud Cowork, okay. Cloud can make videos. Cloud 4.6 and Remotion. Yeah, so this is the stuff that we're adding in here, right? Remotion to be able to make these type of videos and whatnot. So that's coming. And I mean, YouTube monetized with OpenClaw. That's cool. That's might be a video we can look into too. Let's see. Huh. TikTok slideshows. Interesting. There's some crazy stuff. Print money with Claude. Normies now find out clipping. Every artist and business should pour their butts into clipping while things are hot. Tell me another place where you can get 100 million IG views for your song on $1,000 budget. That's crazy. That's insane. Dude, I think what I'll do here is then go to, here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to grab this real quick. I'm going to copy this. Thought I could copy it. I can copy link, and I want to go back. I'm going to put this under here because this is very relevant to this. Here we go. That goes back to kind of what we're talking about in terms of used to just get re-rendered. Oh, it did. Sweet. Okay, well, it's kind of, I don't know why the timeline is not functioning as it should. Can I see it? Maybe we can see it in the export. Preview and export. Here we go.
Ship to computers. And it's just, I'm just really happy to be alive while this is happening. And I'm curious, like, how is this all going to unravel?
Well, what's cool about this is 99.99% of people are not going to spend the time to actually set up something like this and make it a part of their daily lives. And the alpha, so to speak, is in terms of leading a more productive, happier, healthier, better, more money-making career is in using something like this with an LLM.
I think so.
I'm not saying download Obsidian today, and I have no affiliation or whatever with them, but I'm saying like pick a. It sounds like what we should all be doing, and I'm giving myself this advice. Is like
the remotion animations are so smooth here. I love it.
There's no excuse anymore for me not to be writing down and reflecting.
Yes.
Into markdown files.
Yes.
In a world where LLMs use markdown files as the oxygen.
Yes.
Like people think tokens are the oxygen.
Yes.
But they're not.
Yes.
The markdown files are the memories.
So how does this start again?
Ship to computers. Ship to computers. And it's just, I'm just really happy to be alive.
Okay, so I think we should start it here. So I'm going to start it at, I'm going to write this down real quick. 55, this is another thing you do here. 5505. I want to start it there. Or actually, let's do 54. 50. And we'll go to, okay, so I think we're going to start it at 5450. Well, it's cool. Well, what's cool about this, 99% of people are not going to spend time to set up something like this and it's part of their lives. And then to 55.56. So what I'm going to do here is, here's another thing you can do if you wanted to also cut your, retrim your video. You can add it, right? Greg Eisenberg. And it's this one. I'm gonna say I need a clip called "Memories Are Oxygen," and the new clip duration, the new clip timestamps are going to be 5450 start and end at 55.56. All right. So now Clippy will now look at the video because I added the whole video. I tagged it. And I said, I need a clip called, and I named it Memories Are New Oxygen. And then I gave the new clip timestamps, which are 5450 start and at the end at 55.56. So now Clippy is going to read this, look at the video, look at the timestamps, and make me a new clip with that title and those new timestamps. And that's all I have to do to get this thing to clip it for me. Or you can use the transcript, But if you just want to, talk to an agent and have it do it for you, that's another way that you can do it. And I've had people ask me that, how can I trim it? How can I cut it? You can ask Clipit to do that stuff as well, which is kind of a fun little way to do that as well. So you kind of have that agentic experience as well. So you guys can see here, that's the prompt I gave it. If you guys are curious, you definitely be a little more detailed in your guys' prompts, so it knows exactly what to do. So you get the best output and you're not wasting credits, because a chat usage is also going to be tied into it costs you something. So if you get really good at prompting these things and really good at figuring out how to talk to the agents like this, you're gonna have way better outputs. You're gonna be able to use get more use out of your clips. You're gonna be able to make more money because you have a tool that can first shot stuff, right? And as we continue to grow this platform, to be able to learn all of that as well. Look, here it is. You can see down here, the clip is also created right here, right? You can see the timestamps. I hope it made it in 16:9. Because I didn't. Sometimes it auto does it to 9:16, so I'm curious. But it says adjust the aspect ratio. But I think we're good. Should be good. We'll check it out. We will check it out once it's loaded. But that's how easy it is to clip something, right? With the AI and have it adjust to your needs. All right, clip is ready. Perfect, it did it right. So now I think we're gonna preview that. You can watch the clip now. Whoops.
Cool about this is 99.99% of people are not going to spend the time to actually set up something like this and make it a part of their daily lives. And the alpha, so to speak, is in terms of leading a more productive, happier, healthier.
This is the exact timestamps I wanted too.
That
I was able to clip with it.
In using something like this with an LLM.
I think so.
I'm not saying download Obsidian today, and I have no affiliation or whatever with them, but I'm saying like pick it sounds like what we should all be doing, and I'm giving myself this advice is like, there's no excuse anymore for me not to be writing down and reflecting into markdown files.
Yes.
In a world where LLMs use markdown files as the oxygen.
Yes.
Like people think tokens are the oxygen.
Yes.
But they're not.
Boom. So there's our clip. So I'm going to remove the drop. I don't think there's a drop shadow on it, but I just
unravel.
Well, what's cool about this is
so
99.99% of people are not going to.
So this now has the motion captions that we've integrated. We're going to see them exported, and I'll show you guys the clip as soon as it's downloaded. You can see it downloading down here, and then we'll check out that clip, and then we'll post that clip. But while we're waiting, it looks like it made a new chat. But what we'll do here is I'll say I need a X caption. About this clip at memories or new oxygen. I need to tag the creator of the video, and I gotta find his actual X handle right here. So I'm gonna copy this, go directly to our platform, paste that in. At Greg Eisenberg on X, and also make it under 280 characters optimized for X. All right. So I added the video. I said I need a caption. I want to tag the actual creator. I want to make it under 280 characters optimized for X, right? Actually, we should do B-roll has just been updated too. So I'm going to send this first, and then we'll do another clip while this is exporting that we'll add B-roll into it. We'll test out that B-roll feature as well. So that'll be a fun little test as well. So we'll have this kind of generate the cat, because this output should be pretty quick. All right. So let's check out. We still got the clip down here going about 40% or so. So if you are having issues with the video playhead like I did, I would recommend going to the export tab, which is this bottom button here, and previewing them in here so you can see the full clip. I'm sorry that it's like that right now, but we're working on getting that fixed. All right, so now we're waiting for this. So we're gonna have both of these run at the same time. So we have the clip exporting. It's gonna also give us the caption for X, and then we'll do another one, same clip, we'll add some B-roll into it because it should be fixed now. B-roll is having some issues with only doing a still frame, but now we should be able to get the full video as well. All right. So we're just gonna wait for this to generate and populate. All right. All right. All right, all right, all right. %57 on the 58 on the export and 75 on the caption. So see, oh, now we're even farther. Another step. All right. But it's time for agentic editing, folks. You're seeing it live. Seeing it live. Agentic editing. Look at that. I'm not doing nothing. Not doing anything. My platform is captioning my video, cutting my video, exporting my video, and finding me a caption. And my hands are up here. I'm not doing anything. Look at this. No, I'm not touching anything. This is all the platform. Agentic video editing, folks. I can ask for a caption, I can get it to export, and I can add B-roll all by just typing some words. It's pretty cool. All right. All right, we'll get this to work. Perfect. All right. So just wait for this to generate. 63% there, 81% there. Then we'll be golden, ladies and gentlemen. Golden, golden, golden. All right. Here we go. Oh, step 5. And then 85 on the bottom right-hand corner there. This platform is so cool. All right, so 90% there. Look at my little voice-to-speech thing over here. It's pretty sick. Oh, downloaded. Perfect. Let me check that out over here. Okay, so I'll show you guys what it did. I don't know if this is the exact remotion. It should be. Yeah, it's remotion. Did it start remotion? So it looks like it's the, okay, I'll show this to you guys. This is good to see as well. I'm gonna remove this real quick. And then stop screen, and then we'll go share screen window. There it is. So I'll show you guys this here. So it looks like it starts with some remotion. You can see it here.
Unravel.
So this kind of fade.
What's cool about this is 99.99% of
and then it starts to track normally.
Not going to...
So there's probably just some stuff we have to tweak there with the remotion aspects. But that is our clip there. but a very, I mean, look at this. It's kind of cool to see this kind of fade,
what's cool
slide
about
up,
this
fade
is
animation, which if you guys are a more experienced editor and you use things like Adobe, for instance, if you use things like Adobe, for instance, that stuff takes quite a bit of time. Even if you saved the preset in Adobe, it takes quite a bit of time to even get that kind of slide and the motion blur. So that's in there. We just got to tweak it a little bit because that doesn't look like those exact settings that I saved on my export. So looks like the captions are showing the remotion pipeline, but they're not exporting the remotion pipeline, or they're exporting the first couple words of the remotion pipeline that has kind of that fade. And I think that almost goes back to adding in the remotion presets, because remotion has their own little presets that you can just kind of drop in and get those to, have the words track and snap and pop and slide or whatever. So I think that's just the FmpEg fighting the remotion pipeline, which is kind of the issue we're running into right now. So we'll work on getting that dialed in, but it looks like this is thinking quite long. I'm curious to see if it's making, no, there it is. All right, let me write this caption directly since I have the context I need. Stop overcomplicating it. The alpha isn't the tool, it's the habit. 99% of people won't build personal knowledge system. That's your edge. Markdown files are the oxygen, not tokens. Greg Eisenberg drops the mindset shift you need to hear. Start writing, start reflecting, let the LLMs do the rest. All right, so you can see that it was under the threshold there. And we have a caption that we can copy and paste directly onto X, or, in the future, we will be able to have this posted directly to your platform, right? So that's a really cool thing that you're able to do and able to have once it's implemented. We're just working out some of the bugs right now, but pretty cool, right? So now I'm going to add that clip. Mr. Auction, can we create some B-roll around the token versus memories as oxygen metaphor they talked about? So let's see what this can do now. So now we'll get that going. Get it going. Try to get some of that B-roll planned. All right. We'll get this going. Test this bad boy out. All right. Got some notifications here. Perfect. All right. Delegating. So the B-roll takes a little bit longer, but I'm curious to see if we can get that pipeline to trigger. Seems like it's already working pretty quick. Good to hear. Good to hear. Now it's delegating to its different tools. That goes back to this A16Z article, right? Talking about models can now use tools, right? Yeah, pretty cool that we have some of these tools already integrated. And like I said, we're gonna have over 20 plus different tools that you guys will be able to use in our platform and help optimize your clips and get you kind of add your taste in those clips. Going back to A16Z talking about the taste is the significant barrier to entry, right? So that's what we're kind of ironing out. But bear with us. We have a big agenda, and we are going to, the site's going to be pretty sick once we're done with it. And I'm excited to kind of replace most of these outdated and expensive tools with something that's going to be fast, efficient, and allow you to create the best possible moments that you can clip. So very excited for that. And we still have a long way to go, but we're working on it. And we're very excited in the direction that we're moving. I can't wait to see this thing in its final form. It seems to be such a great platform to use for businesses, brands, creators, clippers, you name it. Just creating that new creator ecosystem, creator economy that's going to be taking over kind of the world. I mean, you're seeing it with WAP. WAP is killing it right now in terms of like side gigs for especially Gen Z. There's a lot, just like I think it's around 50% of Gen Z is making money off a side gig with their actual job. So having a tool that's going to be able to maximize that side gig is going to be really, really, really important. I think it's, and that's how we're building this stuff. All right, so let's check out the B-roll plan here. All right. So it's delegating now. It will be golden. All right, all right, all right, all right. It's pretty cool though. Look, it's all been generated, and it's nice too because it talks about, it has the context of the rest of the video, so you can see it here. It's the habit. 99% of people want a personal knowledge system. So it doesn't say that in the clip, right? But it knows what the video is talking about, so it talks about it right here, and then it gives the quote, tags him, and then it gives you kind of a call to action there, which is pretty cool. And then it talks here why this works. I'm using 90% from the clip, including a real quote about Markdown being oxygen, tags Greg Eisenberg, ends with a clear call to action. See short paragraphs optimized for X thread-like readability. 270, so it's even 2 characters short, and it's even spaced out. So this thing's going to get pretty sleek, especially when it starts to auto-publish for you guys. All right, all right, all right. Let's see. Looks like it's probably planning a lot of this out. There it is. Token side, digital code flow numbers, or okay. Place it around. Let's do it, but make sure it's generated in 16:9 format. Not 9:16. All right, so I should read that. We're probably going to redo the plan, and then we'll get it added to the video. Curious to see how this ends up. Should be fun. All right, so now it's reading. The transcript again is suggesting, which I think one of the things here that I would like to kind of dial in for the AI is the smaller outputs like this. I want it to recognize it faster and just be like, oh, okay, and then just do it rather than like looking at it again, looking at what it said, looking at what you said. I mean, I'm sure it's more accurate that way. So we got to kind of find that balance of quick and efficient and accurate. It's just stuff that we're playing around with and dialing in, but it'll be kind of cool to see. I'm really excited for when we start upgrading the LLMs and improving their context and all of these, improving those tools around Clippy, because I think a lot of people are going to use Clippy to do a lot of their work just because it's easy and it's going to be able to do a lot of the tools for you. So it should be fun to kind of mess around with that and adjust when needed. All right, so now we'll get that to plan. All right. Right. See how much of this is going to go through. There's a crazy loud car outside. All right, 50%, then we should be golden. It's taking a little bit longer than normal, but it's okay. That's okay. I should have specified I should have known better. All right. So 50%, 2 minutes thinking. I'm hoping it's just going to do that output now, because it seems like it's taking a little bit longer in terms of the thinking portion. That's when I can kind of tell. I'm kind of afraid that it's planning it again. So that's something that we need to look into. Make sure it's not. I don't want to replan every time because that burns usage as well. All right, step 2. So it looks like it's coordinating now. So I guess we'll check it out and see. About 3 minutes. Yeah, I think it's planning it again. All right, that's okay. That is okay. So in perfect world, right, when this platform gets to when we start adding in just the user experience fixes, stuff like that's going to be really easy to adjust. Right now, you're kind of locked in. It can hurt your clips to an extent, which isn't fun. And like I said, a lot of stuff I've already noted and audited and have. So now it's just once we have the remotion and bugs like the playhead and the video, the media player all fixed, and remotion is exporting correctly, and remotion presets are in, like, then we'll start hitting all those bugs and get those, because the bugs are minor improvements, minor tweaks that just need to be adjusted here and there, compared to where remotion is, where it's a whole new yes, generate. All right, so I did it. All right, so it's going to cost me 104 clip. So that's just what we need to prove, and we know what we need to do. We just got to start executing now. So it should be it's gonna be a fun task once we get this to the point where we can start adding in the really fun stuff and the cool stuff, and get the user experience just absolutely dialed. All right, here we go. Generate B-roll using the pipeline. So this will take a little longer because it's to generate the B-roll, but it will be a fun task. Step 2. Now just hit a minute. Be good. All right. This help feature too. If you guys have any issues with it, I recommend you guys using this, right? Report an issue, open the help center, send a report, or you can just right here, right? Bug, priority. You can tell us what the short summary is and the details, and this will it will attach the video that you had problems with and the IDs and all that stuff, and this will be implemented straight to kind of a log system that we have, and we can be able to have more context around there. So definitely test this out. Use this. If you have any issues whatsoever, please, please, please report them here so we can get that as well. It's also just an easier way to get it on our radar and get it fixed as fast as possible. But you can also reach to the DMs, but I do recommend this. All right. Now we wait for our B-roll, and I think we'll be good. Oh. How are you guys liking this? How are you guys liking this kind of, I guess we can compare, right? Kind of the editors here. and what I'm thinking and feeling. This is what I would like. This is what I want to move to, right? So you can still have, you know, the AI assistant here, right? Transcript, captions, format, all of that stuff in here. Have the AI that can pop up. Maybe a different way, maybe a different, or make that maybe green or something, or more prominent somewhere else might be nice. But just kind of keeping this all right. This is kind of what I want to work towards to get this dialed in. As you guys can tell, it's just sleek, clean. We still have all the same features, right? And these are all caption styles from Remotion, and you can choose just words and then animation styles, right? Transcript. This is all just fake UI. It's not fake, but there's no back end to it. But this is just kind of what I'm thinking in terms of making this just better for you guys, because I really want this to be a great tool and a great experience for you guys, where you guys don't have any issues, and it's just simple and clean, and you guys can adjust anything you need in any way. And I think this just kind of dials that all in for us, right? So kind of where we're moving in terms of like before and after, I think will be really fun to just play around with and get this all dialed in, because I think this is just clean and simple, right? You have the AI over here, right? You can ask it to help you download all your clips. You'll be able to see this, right? Maybe you want to regenerate clips, and you can see your prompt, right? And then see all the different videos and rankings and everything you made. Here we go. All right, so here's the B-roll. What is that? So not a big fan of that. Those are tokens for sure. Not sure why there's a lamp that came out in blue flames. Maybe oxygen. I don't know, but kind of cool. So you can always tweak it. I think you just dial in the AI there. But that's pretty much what I'm going to show you guys today. Just know that we're working on things. We're adjusting things where needed. We're improving the Remotion pipeline right now, and we're actively dialing in everything else. So hope you guys enjoyed this. Definitely check out our platform, Clipit.dev. You can go to our page here, reach out to us here, get some credits. We also have a referral system where you can get, if somebody else is on the site, you can find what their referral is, and they can give you a code. You get clip, they get clip, and it'll be just kind of a nice way for both of you guys to get some credits. So that's kind of the way you can use our platform. If you have any questions or anything, reach out to me. I'm on the Clipit page. You can just reach out in the DMs there, or go to my personal page and reach out, and we'll get you all settled with credits or whatever you need feedback wise. But with that being said, I'm going to go ahead and end this. I got some meetings I got to jump to, but hope you guys have a great week. I will see you guys tomorrow, same time. I'm sorry, actually tomorrow might be a little bit earlier in the day. I have a meeting around 12 that I have to do. So I'll keep you guys posted from there. That being said, it's another beautiful day of building in public, and I will catch you guys tomorrow. Peace.